So it is official. Cleveland is always noisy at quarterback. They continue to be. Baker Mayfield out. We may learn more today. Deshaun Watson in. Let's talk about the Baker Mayfield part. This is going to be the conclusion of Baker at the Cleveland Browns. I'm not going to go on and on and on. You know I was right. You know how I felt. No reason to waste any time patting myself in the back, although I love to occasionally do that. People show you who they are. He showed everybody what he was in college at the Senior Bowl. There were ugly reports calling out the medical staff. People show you what they are. Even the way he's leaving Cleveland is who he is. And I got nothing against the kid, but his classic line, trade me to the Colts. It doesn't work that way, brah. Doesn't work that way. You don't tell teams where you get traded unless you're Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson and have a no-trade clause. This isn't college football. You can't enter the transfer portal and go wherever you want. Can't do that, Baker. So you're going to go probably to Seattle, which, by the way, has a bad O-line, and they don't have Nick Chubb. So good luck with that in a tougher division. But he was always emotional, too often snarky, too much of an ego, not nearly as talented as he thought. It ended how it started, turbulence. So reportedly, according to Mary Kay Cabot, for all you Baker fanboys, he was going to hold out this year. Now, that's the story. He was going to hold out this year. Congratulations. You supported him for years. I told you, people show you what they are. He was going to hold out and upend the entire franchise because he didn't get what he wanted. So let's just move off the Baker stories. Let's move to Deshaun Watson. Once again, very turbulent. For all those who are deeply offended by the Browns signing him, I get it. Totally get it. He is better than Baker Mayfield. That is indisputable. But he hasn't played in a year. This contract is going to put a ton of pressure on him. My guess is he's not even going to play in September. He's going to be suspended minimum 4 games. I would guess 8. Kareem Hunt got 8-game suspension. I think Deshaun Watson could get 6 to 8. And the Bengals and Steelers have had terrific off seasons. So be careful about expectations here. Also, he still has 22 civil cases. How long is that going to last? I have no idea. I'm not an attorney. But I will say this. They're better at quarterback, but he should not be the highest paid quarterback in the league because he's not a top 5-6 quarterback. He's somewhere between, 7, 8, and 12. He has not played in a year. He's had ACL stuff in his career that worries me, and they overpaid for him. But sometimes you have to do that to move off in a relationship. They did. They're better today, and I wish Deshaun Watson luck. But if you're outraged by it and sickened by him playing, I get it. My wife won't listen to certain artists musically. She won't watch certain movies if she thinks people have been bad actors or done bad things. I get it. I would say this about the Cleveland Browns, though, this morning. It's still loud at quarterback. Baker loud isn't as sinister as Deshaun's loud, but it's still a noisy mess. And Pittsburgh usually isn't, and Cincinnati isn't any longer, and neither is Baltimore. So you've moved to a better quarterback. I think you have to lower your expectations. The division's better. I don't think Deshaun's civil cases all end quickly. I think he won't play in September and perhaps most of October. And the AFC, I'm not sure if you've noticed, is ridiculous. It's like in college football, you think the SEC is better than everywhere else. That's the NFL, maybe even more so with the AFC. So you move from one noisy situation to another. If it offends people, I get it. But in the NFL, a lot of times in pro sports, you have to separate art from artist. That's the reality of it. Same in music, same in a lot of industries. And they are better athletically at quarterback today. There is a story also today that Deshaun Watson actually chose Cleveland, believe it or not. And this is one of the things where I get it. He looked at that offensive line and he goes, I've been running for my life in Houston for the last 5 years. And he said, I'll take the Cleveland offensive line. So I read that story this morning, and I read it without cynicism. If I was a quarterback and I wanted to extend my career, Cleveland is an unbelievable place to go because they have, to me, the most talented offensive line in the NFL. So Deshaun in Cleveland begins here pretty quick, although I don't think as quickly as everybody predicts. Let me talk about this. So, again, I'm going to put my cynical side away. Davante Adams, this happened after the show. Davante Adams is now a Las Vegas Raider. He left the Green Bay Packers. Did anybody think it was crazy on his Instagram post? He thanked the Packers organization. He thanked the city of Green Bay, and he never thanked Aaron Rodgers personally. I mean, he thanked teammates and stuff, but wouldn't you thank your guy? I mean, if I left Fox, wouldn't I thank Joey personally? I mean, we do the show together. I mean, I could say thanks to the Fox family, but I'd be like, and especially to Joy, because, we're sharing a microphone here. Okay, Colin, cynical. Okay, I'll get off that, because he did thank teammates. Listen, there are two teams that, two moves, I should say, that you're going to see an immediate impact in free agency. A lot of free agent stuff is nonsense. And a lot of teams have gotten better, some worse. Seattle's worse today. But the Denver Broncos are a much better football team today. That is indisputable with Russell Wilson. They are, his optimism, his athletic ability, his maturity, his talent. The Denver Broncos and Nathaniel Hackett, the rookie head coach, doesn't even have to be great. They'll be better because Russell will make that offense work. And the second move that absolutely is going to resonate in this league is Davante Adams leaving Green Bay. I talked to an NFL general manager this weekend. He said Green Bay not only has no number one receiver, they don't have a number two receiver. And when the Rams signed Allen Robinson, there is no market. There's nobody out there. Robert Woods went to Tennessee. Look around the NFL. The final teams left. As great as Belichick is and as great as Aaron Rodgers is, they were one and done in the playoffs. You cannot overcome a lack of weapons. The game has changed. Aaron Rodgers could not engineer a single touchdown drive at home off a bye after the opening drive against the Niners. And Belichick could not stop Josh Allen. The best coach, and in your opinion, not mine, the best quarterback, couldn't stop the other guys. One guy couldn't score. One coach couldn't stop him. Because the league has changed. I don't want to hear about your quarterback and your culture. Do you have weapons? And Green Bay is not a place that free agents choose. OBJ chose the Rams. Robert Woods, according to reports, chose Tennessee. They could have gone to Green Bay. They don't want to go to Green Bay. So now you have a diva quarterback who does not work very well with young receivers, and the Packers' only hope to be empowered at wide receiver is one of these great college receivers drops in the draft, highly doubt it, or you roll the dice with an old guy like Julio Jones praying his hamstrings for the first time in 3 years are good. Green Bay is not a Super Bowl team. This is bad for Green Bay. And don't tell me Davante Adams is not going to work with the Raiders. He's going to be a home run immediately. Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, you can't bracket Davante for 4 quarters. They got too many weapons. So it is a massive, and Green Bay's in a weird spot. They've got like 2 identities right now. A, we've got the highest paid quarterback in the history of football, and B, we're going to have to go to the bargain bin, Thriftway, to buy our receivers. That is a bad place to be in the NFL. We have the highest paid quarterback in the history of the world, and we don't have an answer at wide receiver, and not a lot of money to pay him. And oh, by the way, everybody in this league, all the good teams got better at wide receiver. The obstacles in the NFC for Green Bay, Tampa, they added Russell Gage. Rams added Allen Robinson. You guys notice what's going on around the league? All the good teams and all the good GMs, they're adding wide receiver talent. Green Bay lost not only Davante Adams, they have no number 1, no number 2, and as an executive in the league told me, most of their 3s would be 4s on the Bucs or the Rams or the Chiefs. Where are you going to get them? Aaron? Yes, Aaron can work with Jordy Nelson and Davante Adams, but those relationships took years to develop. He's not going to trust some 21-year-old at Ohio State. So I thought the Russell Wilson move absolutely makes Denver better, and this move absolutely hurts Green Bay. And by the way, I hear this too. Oh, the Packers were 7-0 without Davante Adams. I went and looked at all 7 games. Folks, my wife can leave for a week. If she left for 17 weeks, the house would implode. She can leave for a week. You can lose Davante Adams for a game. They did against Kansas City and won. Oh, Patrick Mahomes didn't play. Well, they beat Arizona without him. Oh, Kyler Murray got hurt. Well, a couple years ago, they beat Dallas without him. Yeah, Dak had his worst game as a pro, 3 picks. You can win individual games without Davante Adams. But if you think I can game plan the Packers without Davante Adams or with him, and I'm a coordinator on the defensive side, you're out of your mind if you don't think he's a massive, massive loss for the Packers. They have no elite playmakers, and the market is a finger cross at this point. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.